right, you ready?
Yep.
I'll be rocking these beads in my locks and Jashiki style all night and day. We'll be stargazing in this city now, navigating to sacred spaces with my black hands. We will be cast in the sea of love, love. We'll be cultivating our trees from our plant pots to the forest land, painting our faces in ceremonies for protecting our land. Survival is the key, and so is unity. Preserve who we are in the system. Carrying water on top of my head, underground. I feel the earth in my toes, in my Aztec plateau. As I listen to the sound of halls go by, airplanes in the sky. I imagine the sea where the ancient ones chant, chant, chant. Hey ya, 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 hey ya,
Who's that tribal-looking goon that I stepped in the room? Shine Babylon down like a Jamaican maroon. Mansa Musa drop jewels, Mr. Yahya drop tunes. Both of them submit to the kun fire kun. Fresh from the furnace, frankincense aroma burning. Modern day Greece.
Masjid Al-Safat was the first masjid established, of course, in recent history in the state of Maryland. It was established in 1971 by a group of brothers. Most of them had been Muslim for a short while, and they had been going to Washington, D.C. and New York and other places to learn Islam. So they decided they would start their own masjid, and it started in an apartment. Then after it was in an apartment for a while, then it moved to a house on Myrtle Avenue, and then after that it moved here to its present location on North Avenue. They would have classes, they would have Jum'ah, they would go out on the streets and try to give dawah to people and help people out. So the basic short history of the Islamic Community School is that there was a group of women, some who were not even mothers yet, who went to the administration and said, we do not want to send our children to schools to be taught by the non-Muslims. We're going to teach our children ourselves. Since the inception of MSSA, Masjid Al-Safat and the Islamic Community School have worked along with MSSA. We have hosted a few of the events, like giving out gloves and hats in the winter. So we work very closely with Masjid Al-Safat because we're all striving for the same cause, to give people their rights that are due and to provide neighborly needs.
Man, I remember back in the day, we used to spend a lot of time up here on the roof, some with permission, some without. But we used to be up here always talking about the condition of the city. Man, I remember back in like late 80s when really that real drug epidemic hit Baltimore.
Right,
and I think that was a big thing that affected us. So how do you think that MSSA and ICS and all these different communities can come together to help to change what's going on here in Baltimore and other cities around the country and around the world?
Well, definitely one of the things that's needed, in our city in particular, here in Baltimore, is leadership. And organizations like MSSA, the leadership that you all provide, it really, really makes an impact. It really does. When you look at the condition of our neighborhoods, you see, the trash, you see the debris. It almost looks like a third world country, But by exhibiting the leadership that you all provide, it really encourages people to do better. And you're providing not only that encouragement, but you're also providing the resources. And that's what's most important, that you're providing people with the resources to make themselves better so that they can better their own lives. You heard the adage, teach a man to fish rather than fish for him. And that's what I see MSSA doing, teaching people to fish.
We got you recorded for...
the days.
We started this organization, Women's Affairs of Our Hometown Home, back in 2006. Basically, it started because of homeless Muslim women that we've seen in the community, and families that needed help with odds and ends of things, supplies for their home, for their children. So we started the organization then. At that time, we were located in Division Street. We kind of expand and move around a little bit. And at this time, we're just basically assisting all women, not just Muslim women, because we have women of other faiths that come to us and ask us for help. And we cannot see ourselves saying, no, we can't help you. So we do help women of all faith. We do give out laundry detergents and household supplies. We pick up donations from everywhere so we can assist families that are not living in our shelters. I met Imam Hassan Amin, which is the director of Muslim Social Service Agency, basically about the same time that I opened the shelter in 2006. He was very supportive in assisting me in a lot of things that I needed for my clients, counseling, moral support of certain areas that I needed it. I also participate in a lot of the activities that Muslim Social Service Agency has done, like Day of Dignity, and also Better for Tomorrow. Other things that he did outside of these activities, we were participating in that as well. The organization is very supportive of all the shelters that exist in the community.
The video. Right, so just kind of showing, you know, like the people who work in the actual building, or I guess are here, inshallah.
My name is Kevin Felton. I'm the Vice Chair of the Board of Stewards here at Douglas Memorial Community Church. The food distribution program was great because some of our members were able to participate and receive food for the holidays. They were very excited to be able to get the packages, and I even actually had a chance to even experience some of the food as well because some of my members cooked for us. So it was a wonderful time, and it's a well worth program, and it was very helpful to the people here. I think the collaboration with MSSA and Douglas Memorial Community Church was a great collaboration. We were able to have families come out, and I think by us working in the community with other organizations through other faiths is very, very important, because as we work together, we're able to reach more people. And I really enjoyed it, and I look forward to doing it in the future.
I am hip hop. I am the pain, the hurt, the birth, the killing, the dealing, the cutoff notices, the bells being posted, the block parties, the D-boys knocked, the righteous ox praying 5 rakats. I am hip hop. Now, spoken word has always been a part of my life. It's been something that's been inspired by not only what we do here in our regular life, but also what I'm doing here with MSSA. Some people look at hip hop and art and things like that and they think it's just that, it's just entertainment. But for me, it was so much more. Growing up in Masjid Al-Safa, in Ohio, in ICS in Baltimore, we saw all this roughness around us all day long. It took a show like The Wire to really expose people to the truth of what was going on here in the city. But one thing that art does, and that it inspires me to also look at how I can help to change the condition. So here at MSSA, that's exactly what we want to do, is we want to help to lift up our own community. The people that are part of MSSA, we're volunteers. We're not getting paid for what we're doing, but we gotta raise some funding in order to help the community in the best way possible. Many of the people that are part of MSSA, we've seen the rats, we've seen the roaches, we've seen the crime, we've seen the hurt, we've seen the HIV, And what we want to do now is we want to help to change those things. But we got to do it by first helping ourselves. So one of our mottos for MSSA is that we help those who help themselves. So we need people to donate just as much as we need the people that we need to assist. And we only are just a conduit to try to make that happen. So here at our 10th anniversary, we're asking you now, what can you give? If you can't give $1, then give a dime. If you don't have a dime, then just give us time. And if you don't have time, just give us prayer. And that's what we're asking for you to do. Shukran.
The surf, our home, the place we grow our seeds. A world of opportunity, some squandered because of greed.